Hello, welcome to MENSAH TV. Thanks for tuning in. My name is MENSAH. If you're watching us on YouTube, kindly hit the subscribe button, MENSAH TV official. And if you're on Facebook, like our page, MENSAH TV. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at themensah.tv. Today we have a very special conversation coming your way, and it's very important for you to take a listen. So kindly stay glued to your seat and let us grow.
I'm Portia, and you're watching MENSAH TV.
One of our sisters, she's the person of Ciara Lamptey, and it's a special conversation, like I made mention of, and she has had an encounter which we all have to know of. Alright, welcome to MENSAH TV. Okay, so if someone is watching you for the first time on MENSAH TV, tell us, what is so special about what you have to tell us that the person should actually pay closer attention to?
I believe as children of God, we are all waiting for the second coming of Christ. And most of the people even doesn't believe it will happen. And there's the revelation that I had. So I think when I share it, it will encourage some people for them to know that indeed it's happening.
I see. So if you are watching this, actually this is one of our own sisters who have actually had an encounter with heaven and the end time and everything that has got to do with it. Like we have been hearing from most people who are from a bit distant from us, but we have watched. This is one of our own who have actually gone to get this encounter, and she's going to share everything with us here. So let us begin. How did it all start? Where were you before the encounter?
The first one, that one, I had a dream. I had a dream that I got shocked, and then by electric shock, and then I died. So I don't know how it all happened, but I saw myself somewhere walking in the flowers, and I was walking in a path, but there was flowers all over. And then I got to a place that I saw people dressed in white, a very beautiful place. People were singing, worshiping God, and I stand from a distance. I watched them, and I was wishing to be there. I wanted to be where they are, but I couldn't go there. I just watched them, and then I passed. And I went a bit further, and then I got to a place that I saw people in a queue, a very long queue, and I was the last person. So whilst I was standing, I saw that they were torturing people, beating people. So I was thinking what they were going to do to me. So whilst I was standing there, someone came and then picked me from the back and then took me, placed me at the first place, the first position in the queue. So when I got there, the person told them that she is one of the chosen. So let's give her a mark and send her back so that she will go and tell the rest that indeed there is judgment. So they placed my hand on the table, and then they cut off one of my fingers. So after cutting off my fingers, they told me to go back and tell them that indeed judgment is real. So I returned, and then I met some people I knew. Some was even trying to give me money, and I told them that no, I don't need their money because this is what I have experienced, and I don't want to take money from anybody. So I left the people, and then I came back. I don't know how I got to my hometown. I was like, the whole thing happened in my hometown. By then I was at Navrongo, but in the revelation I saw myself in Somania, and then I don't know how suddenly I appeared in my house, and I don't know how my spirit being was able to enter the body that was lying there. So the people were there crying that I'm dead, and all of a sudden I woke up. So when I woke up, people were trying to run away, and then one guy, he was brave, so he was able to touch me. So when he touched me, he said, she's not there, she's alive. So when he said that, people started coming closer to me. So when they came, I told them that this is what I saw whilst I was yes, I don't know whether yes, this is what I saw. And I saw people, I saw a place very nice and I couldn't go there, and I got to a place that people were really suffering, and they gave me a map to come back and then show them that indeed judgment is real. And indeed, when they saw my fingers, it was cut off. So they were all surprised that her fingers was there. What happened that right now when she woke up, indeed her finger was not there. So they all believed what I said, and they started talking about it. That was the first one that I saw.
So let me put the conversation a bit. You made mention of you hailing from Narates, actually. I don't know, naturally or in real life, is that where you come from?
No, I come from Somania.
Oh, okay.
But the time that I had the revelation, I was staying in Narates.
Wow.
Yes, that's where my father is.
Wow, that's amazing. So, with this kind of encounter, is it the first you have had or the second? Or
that was the first time. That was the first time. So when I woke up, I didn't even want to go out.
Okay.
Because I was very shocked. I didn't want to even step on an ant so that I could lose that opportunity to be at the place that I saw. It was very nice.
So it means there was another encounter after the first one?
Yes, series of them. But the last one, that most recent one that I had was about the rapture.
Okay, we'll come to the most recent one, and you have to take your time to actually tell us the whole thing. Okay, so if you're watching us on MENSAH TV, this is our sister Ciara Lamptey, who have actually had a very amazing encounter with heaven, rapture, hell, and everything that has going to do with end time. And we are privileged to have her on MENSAH TV to actually tell us the whole story. If you are watching us on YouTube, it's MENSAH TV official. Kindly hit the subscribe button for us, and on Facebook, MENSAH TV. Like our page, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the MENSAH.tv. So let me take it from this angle. So actually, you made mention of two places. You went somewhere, your hands were cut, and you went to a beautiful place, flowers. Let's come to the place where you had your hands cut. Take us through that place. Let's open up that conversation.
Okay, that place, what I saw was that it's like people who didn't repent. That was not what I was being told, but that was what I felt. So I was assuming in those days, if I should have died in those days, that was where I would have been. So I know it's a second chance that God has given me to make right for certain things. Because people that were there, I don't know what they are really waiting. I don't know whether they are waiting for the day that God will come and then, because they were in a queue, a very, very long queue. And if you see what they are doing to them, some they are burning them, but yes, so they are not dead. Some they are just cutting them, beating them, and it's a terrible place to be. It's really a terrible place to be.
So if you want to describe this terrible place to something that is earthly, something that is around us, what can you compare it to, if it's possible?
Hey, as if maybe a thief who has stolen something and then they are torturing him.
A thief who is being lynched.
Something like that.
Yes. I see. Then this is a very it's an experience that I'm actually trying to put myself in this actually, but okay, so let's see from there. Let's take us to where you have the flowers and everything. I believe that is a very nice, also something you would also love to even stay there when you got there.
That place, I don't even know how to describe it. It was a very big. The place is very big, and what I saw was that all the people there were dressed in white and they were singing. I don't even know how to put it, but it was very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
A very beautiful place. And I wanted to be there, but I couldn't go. Maybe by then I was doing some things that was not right. So it was something just to prompt me so that maybe I'll live my life right.
So the people you saw singing, if you had to describe them, 2 people, 3 people?
Oh, there were many.
There were many.
There were many. I can't count. Many.
How were they singing? Were they seated? Were they standing? Were they lying?
They were standing. They were standing. And the place, it was all white. It was all white. And I don't know, this time that when the Hamatan comes, when you woke up, you will see that thing all over. It was nice.
I see. So, were you able to interact with someone over there? What about
I couldn't even go closer. I was standing afar and watching everything.
What about the other?
The other end there, I was just standing at the back of the last person. But I couldn't talk to anybody. When I was there, then the man just came and then took me in front.
I see. So so since you were not able to communicate with anyone within these 2 places, I hope you weren't told the names, but if you had to say with what you have gone to see and your understanding and everything, where would you think that place is?
Possibly, I would say the first place I saw was heaven. And then I couldn't go there, and then I was heading to hell.
I see. So where you met the people singing with that white atmosphere, white garments and everything described as heaven. All right. So will you say heaven is real?
Yes, it's real.
Heaven is real.
It's real.
Heaven is real.
It's real. And one thing that I encourage people, at first I was having doubts because growing up, I grew up with my stepmother, and then I've been to a series of churches. Some doesn't believe first of all judgment. And some will tell you that when you die, every suffering you suffer, every suffering on this earth, and that ends it. So it was something that I was thinking about. So I prayed about it that indeed if judgment is real, God should reveal it to me. For some years, and then I had that revelation. So I got to know that indeed it's real.
I see. So since you actually prayed over something like this to actually have such a revelation, were you in anticipation for such an answer at this moment?
No, it was something that I prayed about long ago before I had the revelation. If it was something that maybe I prayed about it recently and I had that revelation, it could be that somebody might be thinking, say it's something you are thinking about that. But it was something that I prayed about long ago that I've even forgotten. Then I had that revelation, so it really got me on my toes to live right.
I see. So, all right. You said there are a series of
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll be coming back to the series of encounter that you have had. So I'm still reminding you that we are here with our sister Ciara Lamptey of Blessed Faith Mission International, which is located inside Botany Hills in Accra, Ghana. If you are watching this and you want to verify this for yourself, this is the location. You can come around and worship also as well. So we'll be also going to her to actually find out what she encountered within the subsequent ones. But then I'm also entreating you to subscribe, which is very important. MENSAH TV official on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, so let's take it to the subsequent ones. How was that also like? I mean, how did it started with that one too?
That one, I don't know how it started. But what I saw was that Rapture has already taken place. I don't know how it happened, but people were saying that, hey, Rapture, let's see, Rapture has taken place, and then people were roaming about looking for churches to go. You see,
were you also asleep by then?
No, that one day, I don't know how it all started, but what I could remember when I woke up was that the first point was...
So it's actually happened at night?
Yes,
okay.
It was in the deal, but like I was
You
asleep.
had okay.
Yes.
So when you had the encounter, it was night.
Night, yes.
On earth, it was night.
No, on earth it was day.
It was day on earth, but
Yes.
you were asleep.
No, I was not asleep. That one day I was awake, but I don't know how it happened.
Okay.
I just got to know say rapture has happened.
I want to understand it clearly, so as I think people, audience who are watching us, would also like to understand it. Were you awake? Were you working? Were you in the market? How was it like?
I was walking.
You were walking.
Yes, on the street.
On the streets.
Yes, it was
of
on the
Accra.
I really don't know.
You don't know.
But I was walking on
walking.
the street.
Okay.
That's what I remember.
Okay.
I was walking on the street, and then all I heard was that rapture has happened. So I don't know how it happened. Like for me to say that, oh, maybe I saw somebody standing somewhere and I saw people like vanishing. I didn't see that one.
Okay. I want us to take the conversation. I want a proper picture for audience who are watching us. So I'll just be dragging you up and down. I want to understand before the encounter we are talking about now. Where were you? In which position were you? Let's say, for instance, now we are having a conversation. So were you having a conversation? Through the conversation, you had an encounter, or you were asleep? How was it like? Because you told us the first one, you slept, and then it was like you had an electric shock, you died, and then you had that encounter. So for this one, you're talking about how.
This one, like nothing of that sort happened. What I remember was that I was walking on the street, and all of a sudden I heard the voice that rapture has happened.
Okay, we'll take a quick break over here. My name is MENSAH. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, MENSAH TV Official. I'll be right back.
Yes, this is a man quite trample. One, oh, simple. Qua, you are watching MENSAH TV. MENSAH TV. Fabia MENSAH. Oh, MENSAH TV. Fabia MENSAH. Oh, MENSAH TV. Fabia MENSAH. Simple.
All right, thanks for staying with us here on MENSAH TV. So, like you were saying, you were walking on the street, so take us from there.
Yeah, I was walking on the street, and then all of a sudden, I heard that like rapture had happened, and people were looking for churches to go. You see people roaming around looking for churches to go, and they couldn't even identify a single church to go. Even me personally, I saw a building that I thought they were.
It looked like a church.
Yes, I thought maybe there was a church service that was going on there. But the time I opened the door, I got to know that people were selling. People were just selling. They were doing business.
As in an indoor market.
Yes, they were, but the place was locked. So I thought it was a church because you wouldn't get in the church to go. So people were just roaming around looking for church to go. So when I saw the place, I said, this place there, it will be a church. Let me open the place to see. But when I opened, I got to know that it wasn't church. It wasn't church service, but people were selling. So I came out, and then you could see people roaming about looking for a church to attend, but there was not even a single one for them to go. So people were crying and seeking that God should have mercy. God should have mercy. God should have mercy. And then the voice I heard was that the days of mercy is over. The days of mercy is over.
It's amazing. It's actually very deep. I'm trying to soak it and try and put myself in it. But wow. Okay, so with that one too, were you able to have a conversation with someone in there?
No.
You're not able to have any conversation.
When I opened them, then I got to know that they were selling. I just I left the place. So when I came out, I got to know that people were indeed also looking for churches to go. So that was when you hear people saying that, oh, God have mercy on us, God have mercy on us. And then all of a sudden we heard that voice that the day of mercy is over.
The day of mercy
is over. So we shouldn't cry for mercy.
Wow. I see. So are there more of this that you are, or this is everything you have actually summarized for us?
Yeah, for the recent one, that was what I saw. But after the first one, I had another one. That one I went for an engagement, I think a wedding. And then at the wedding, all of a sudden we got to know the earth was just melting. It was melting on a high speed. Within a second, I don't know, like it was just, yes, it was just melting. So even the people that were at the place where I was, some melted, like they were, like they couldn't have the chance to live again. So it was left with 3 people, 2 guys, one here, and I was in the middle. And me, I was just waiting because there is not, you cannot run because the speed that the fan is coming, you cannot run faster than the speed that. So I was have mercy on us. We cannot die like this. So after he said that, the end stopped, and the voice came loud like an echo, telling us that go and tell them what you have seen. We couldn't stand on our feet. We had to lie on the floor, roll from where we are to where people are, to tell them that this is what we have seen. If they don't believe, they can just go small. They will see what we are talking about. Because it was something real that when you see where it ended.
So why do you think all these encounters you had it and not any other person?
Me, I think God is trying to use me as a vessel to tell others that indeed something of that sort is there, so that they can live their life right. Because everybody has the gift that God has given him. I believe this is what God has given me, and he wants to really use me to tell others. And there's some who don't believe, others who are having doubts that indeed heaven and hell is real. Judgment is there.
So how have you taken on this assignment of telling people? How is it going?
And it's something I personally want to do. At times when I sit in the car, I always urge to tell the people what I've seen. At least even telling them alone can help someone repent. But I'm not able to do it. So I want to thank you for giving me this platform to at least share it for others to also hear of it. So I encourage everybody to subscribe to MENSAH TV.
All right. So let me also ask. Definitely, you are doing your part in telling the story, and our audience are also listening and watching. Someone may listen to all the conversation we have actually have and be like, "Oh, we have heard it before. I mean, what is so special about this?" And all those kind of comments. And what are you going to tell that person?
I'm going to tell them to keep believing, because in as much as it's not only one person that have seen it, and God is still like giving that revelation for people to come out and then say it is real, so they should believe it. They should believe it. Because if it was only one person, you say that maybe it's not real. But this time around, like you see that like people are having this kind of encounter. So it's real. And at times when you pray and you want to know about these things, God will reveal certain things unto you. And it depends, let me say, like your heart. Your heart.
Okay, so
because if you don't believe it, God cannot
give you that.
And you have to yearn for it.
I see. We are bringing our conversation to an end, and I would like to know if you have anything to say finally before we sign off.
I would say that anybody who has not given his life to Christ should do so. They should repent and then give their life to Christ.
So,
and if you know you are not living right as a Christian, if you know you are not living right, make sure you live right and then make it once and for all.
I see. If someone also is watching and the person actually want to help you to share this information that you have gone to gather and want to contact you, are you available? So would you like to put up a contact or something that someone can reach you through?
You can reach me through you guys.
Alright. Okay, so you did it for yourself. We are very privileged for having you on MENSAH TV. That was our sister Pastor Ciara Lamptey, who actually have shared with us her encounter of heaven, hell, and rapture, which she has actually shared in about 3 different encounters. So if you are not believing, she says she will entreat you to keep on believing, because it's not coming from one person, and everything she's saying is real. Christ, church, if you are not finding a Bible believing church, kindly comment under the video, and we'll just pick it up from there. We'll lead you to a Bible believing church. And also you can come around Blessed Faith Missions International. Is located here at Botiano Hills inside Accra, Ghana. If you are coming from Accra, kindly take the U-turn, which is at the toll booth, Kaswa Aweja toll booth, right in front of Hotel Bayview, and the road just leads you straight to Blessed Faith Mission International. You come and meet the man of God, Pastor Miriam Doko, over there, and everything will be okay. So thanks so much for tuning in and watching us on MENSAH TV official on YouTube. Hope you have subscribed to our channel on Facebook. Also like our page MENSAH TV, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MENSAH.tv. My name is Mensah. Thanks.